Hello everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy 2024. We are at the end of the year, so I thought I would do a series of videos on what have been my most used plugin in 2023. These are gonna be fun and quick video lists, and of course I wanna know what have been your most used plugins in 2023. Write it in the comments down below. In this one, my favorite most used Reverb plugins of 2023. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixbusTv. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, all the links to the plugins that we're gonna see in this video are gonna be in the info box down below, along with other cool links you should definitely check out. If you haven't already, go to the new website MixbusTv.com. In there you can find all the mix and mastering courses available on many different genres, start to finish. And right now until January 6th, you can use this coupon MixbusTv50 to get 50% off any of the mix and mastering courses. On the website you can book all the other courses as well, mix, mastering, private lesson, mix consultation, and a lot more. And if you want to access all the exclusive videos here on YouTube, click the join button down here, become a MixbusTv member. You also get mix consultations. And if the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, consider using the super thanks or grab some merch. Let's get to the video. Just like it was for my delays, for the first one in the list of my delays, a reverb that I find myself using over and over and over. Sometimes I almost get pissed because I can't seem to prefer something else. Probably half of my reverbs are TC Electronic 8210. And not to say that this plugin is bad by any stretch of imagination, otherwise I wouldn't use it. But there are so many reverbs out there, and yet I seem to go and pick this one so very often. I think because besides the fact that it is actually an amazing plugin, and I have the controller right here, one, because it's got the classic iconic TC Hall algorithm. And then I find that box, ambient, and room are among my favorites when I want to create those infamous invisible ambient that I talked about so much in my mixing courses, but also on the videos here on YouTube. Those three algorithms really are what probably inspired me to use so many and to pay so much attention about those invisible ambients, right? There are others that I use, but those three are definitely among the most used. And also it happens to have Club and Live, which are also great big sounding reverb. So it really is a total workhorse. The usual suspects, which are the Valhalla collection. I use all effects Valhalla makes. I have all of them, you should get all of them. But definitely Room, Vintage Verb, Valhalla Plate are more often than not my featured reverb, the one that you can hear, right? Again, lead vocal, or for, I don't know, strings or something, when I want to actually hear the reverb and it becomes such a big part of the element. I use these three equally, especially with the new updates for Vintage Verb Palace and Chamber 1979 and Hall 1948. They keep updating it, they keep getting better and better. These three reverbs are absolutely amazing. And then we had the Valhalla Shimmer. I have a special love for Valhalla Shimmer because it's the reverb that I use in some shape or form in basically all Bella songs. And on the ballads it's more featured, like Heartbreak Motel or Goodbye, and some others like the heavier one, like the new single Felony or other heavier, it's tucked in, or maybe there's just a throw, but I just love the Valhalla Shimmer so much. Just I don't use it as often as others because it's a specialty reverb, but it's one of my favorite ever. And the next one is a reverb that I don't see people talking about, and it's amazing. And I had it, I forgot I had it, and I opened it by accident, and since that moment I started using it so often, probably more than I should have. But it's a Native Instrument Realm. I hope that's how it's pronounced. And it's got three algorithms: grounded, airy, and cosmic. My favorite is definitely airy. This one is the one I use 80% of the time. The remaining 20% I use the grounded. I'm not a fan of the cosmic, but the airy is so freaking good. I love this reverb. Of course, we're talking about like big and spacey and really long reverbs. That's what I like it for. And then there's TC Electronic VSS4 HD. This is the Bentley, the Rolls Royce of reverb. So when I want something that is particularly luxurious and I want the reverb to be featured, maybe there's strings or orchestra on something very cinematic, that's what I use. All the reverbs of the System 6000 are great. The VS3 is also great, and the non-linear. But this is definitely my most used of the line, the System 6000 line. It's an amazing plugin. It's, again, like I said, the Rolls Royce of reverbs. Eventide Blackhole had to make the list because it's such a unique and recognizable sound. I love this plugin to death. Even though it's a specialty plugin, I kind of try to tuck it in as many places as possible. I very often use it as a reverse delay, so when I mix a lot of goth, dark wave and stuff like that, I tuck this one in vocals and do special effects with it. But it's also great on guitars and synths. That's an amazing plugin. It's such a classic, Eventide Blackhole. The last two are not as sexy, but I still use them all the time. And when I need to use impulses, Waves IR1 is always my favorite, my go-to, because I noticed that every IR loader reacts differently and it sounds differently a little bit given the same impulse response. And I'm used to the sound of this, I'm used to the layout, I'm used to having the little EQ here. And more than the plugin itself, I should tell you what are my favorite impulse responses. My most used are definitely the Brooke M7. And I do have the 7th Heaven plugin, and I try to love it every time. And for some reason, I seem to prefer still the old impulses from the Brooke that I have here. SP990 is also another of my favorite collection. Lexicon M300 and 480, these are my most used IR collection. The last one, I have to put it in this list. I have to, because I still use the Reverb a lot. Of course, the chances of it being on the lead vocal are slim, but I use it a lot for wedding delays or ad-libs or some background guitars or some accents guitars. It's kind of my second workhorse, you know, when I don't feel like opening another instance of the 8210, but it still has a familiar sound. He ended up on so many records for many reasons. Maybe I should do a video about it, but I still use it, so it has to make the list. And this is it, another short and fun list. I want to know, what are your most used favorite reverbs for 2023 in the comments down below. And if you like the video, please don't forget to leave a like or use the super thanks if you want to support the channel. Check out the new website if you haven't already, MixbusTv.com. You can use code MixBus50 to get 50% off all the mix and mastering courses available in there. And if you want to access all the exclusive videos here on YouTube, become a MixbusTv member. You also get mix consultations. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe and see you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat, lift me up.